Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Mississippi State's offense will come out first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of back.
There he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll give it to the back. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. Mississippi State right back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Coleman Hope. They're setting up the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now on second and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Minnesota's offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They stop. Short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With jet sweep pass. Oh, he's got some space. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
He'll keep it himself. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Punts it out of the air. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
The Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. That's caught. It's Broussard. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Dropping back, it's Croman Hoke. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them.
Oh, they blocked it. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
13, Minnesota, 0.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Takes the handoff. It's Mitchell. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Glenn. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And just nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up 14 over Kennesaw State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Johnson. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Gain of 27 on the play. Good enough for a first down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give is to Williams. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Oh, the attempt is no good. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but you have a 20-point lead, life is good.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being an every highlight. Around the country, that was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A 3rd down try for the offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Golden Gopher! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. They marched 72 yards. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. Quarterback moving. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. Big fullback's got it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Minnesota. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Broussard. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover.
is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. The Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It'll be a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Golden Gophers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Golden Gophers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did. The work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Tennessee is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. It feels like they've been singing Rocky Top all day. They're up by 28 over Kennesaw State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got room at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incompletion.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to move the chains, Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. Finds a little space. Turning it on at the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Great job by the back on the option.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
A strike downfield. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Quick step and go. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It is perfect. The lead is down to a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hoke. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Mitchell. He'll take it himself. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
And it's been a day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quicker. That was impressive.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Makes the grab. It's Clinton. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Oh, he's got a chance. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Grab near the marker. It's Lanier. It's a running room. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Rides the back and leaves it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll pitch it. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hoke. Catch in the middle, it's Clinton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
With the catch, it's Sampson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The give from the gun. Called down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Clinton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Pulls it in. It's West. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. trying to pound it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hagan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Okay.
These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He'll keep it himself. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Sometimes just punt the ball. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for room, it's Aurora. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hayes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. The Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a man all alone. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw it. Going for the big play. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 4th down, going to the air. The throw. Converts on 4th down, still going. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Golden Gophers are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And they'll knock him down. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing bullets all over the field.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bring in the heat. A shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, the long pass. They couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
To the air. It's Kitchings. Just a short pass to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Back open in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Give to the running back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. And the Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long. Early or late, up front, moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeps it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And the ball's free in the backfield.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He tries to take the top off. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start